Let me welcome you once again to our bank and to your bank. That is the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, and to thank you for accepting our invitation to join us to commemorate the 48th anniversary of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. ECOWAS, as we all know, is made up of 15 West African countries created to promote economic integration and prosperity for all. In this regard, a number of institutions and agencies have been established over time to provide the backbone for the realization of this noble mission. One of such institutions is the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development. We have different ECOWAS institutions. We have the ECOWAS Commission, which is the real secretariat located in Abuja, Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have the Intergovernmental Action Task Force Against Money Laundering, what we call GIABA, which is also located in Dakar. We have the West Africa Power Pool, which is also located in Cotonou. We have the ECOWAS Regulatory Authority, which is also located in Ghana. We have the ICT platform of ECOWAS, which is located in Praia, Cabo Verde. And we have the Gender Center, which is also located in Dakar. We have the West Africa Health Organization, WAHO, which is located in Burkina Faso. And we have the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, which is located right in Togo here. And let me also say that EBID, ECOWAS Bank, is the only autonomous ECOWAS institution. All of them are subvented. In other words, they derive the authority from the ECOWAS Commission. We are the only institution of ECOWAS which is independent and autonomous by virtue of an act established by the authority of heads of state and government of ECOWAS. The reason, as we all know, is simple. This is a bank, and we must run it as a bank so that it is not purely political institution. However, because we are owned by the 15 countries, you may sometimes experience some of these issues, but actually it's a very independent bank. We are with a different governance structure. And the highest decision body making of the bank is the board of governors, comprising all the 15 ministers of finance of the 15 ECOWAS member countries. Just give you a brief about the bank. EBID was one of the foremost institutions that was created by the authority of heads of state and government of ECOWAS, and as an ECOWAS institution. We are indeed proud to celebrate this auspicious occasion and to highlight the ideals and vision of the founding fathers of the bank and of ECOWAS. We also seek to point out the contribution the bank has made over the years towards the realization of these ideas. Let me state that the bank was headquartered in Lomé because of the key role that His Excellency, the late President, Iyadema played in the formation of ECOWAS. You all know that the late President played a very key role in the establishment of ECOWAS. And for me, that is the reason we have the bank here. This is an acknowledgement of the key role that he played during the formative stages of ECOWAS. Even though EBID has been observing the ECOWAS Day throughout the years, this is the first time we are organizing an event of this magnitude to go with it. The change in direction is meant to ensure that the day does not pass as an ordinary day, but with a difference, marked by events and key messages that will resonate with us and have meaning of our daily and professional lives. As part of the activities to mark this momentum occasion, the bank rolled out a 3-day event to create awareness about the day on which ECOWAS was born and to introduce members of the public to EBID. Yesterday, we had some of the university students here. We took them through some of the things we do, our products and services, the pedigree of the bank, and other important issues. The students were they were very happy yesterday to learn about EBID. And that also means that they will be encouraged to work hard and to join us in future. The celebrations commence with a webinar on Wednesday, 24th of May, which introduced the products of the bank to stakeholders across the sub-region. On Thursday, the bank hosted students and the general public and afforded them the opportunity to familiarize themselves with the operations of the bank. The 3-day event is being crowned with today's conference, which is themed, quote, the role of development finance institutions, DFIs, in promoting growth and sustainable development in West Africa. And I believe that all of us agree that this is a very important theme that we have all called upon to deliberate on today. The aim of this conference, ladies and gentlemen, is to emphasize the key role DFIs like EBID have played in fostering economic growth and sustainable development in our part of the world. We will still deliberate on what DFIs and other financial institutions like yours can offer to actualize the dreams of the founding fathers of ECOWAS. I'll be opening these deliberations from EBID's perspective, specifically on the topic EBID yesterday, EBID today, and EBID tomorrow. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this brief intervention seeks to highlight the modest contributions this bank has made in realizing the vision of our forebears, and to telegraph the interventions we'll be making to consolidate the gains that we have made so far. So let's look at EBID yesterday. EBID was created on the same day as ECOWAS was established on 28th of May 1975, with all the ECOWAS member states as shareholders. The bank, which was formerly called a fund, as it was called then, started operations in 1979 and has gone through various transformations since then. In 1999, in a bid to enhance performance, the authority of heads of state and government of ECOWAS reorganized the ECOWAS fund into a holding company called the EBID Group, with two specialized subsidiaries as follows: the ECOWAS Regional Development Fund for public sector financing, and then the ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank for private sector funding. Having operated for a while under the structure, in 2006, the authority of heads of state and government of ECOWAS consolidated the EBID Group into a single entity to promote private sector and public sector operations in member states, with effect from January 2007. This new identity has remained to today. The bank has impacted all 15 ECOWAS member countries through its debt, equity, and guarantee modes of intervention. At the end of 2022, EBID had committed over 3.7 billion US dollars to various sectors across the 15 member countries. In line with ECOWAS' vision of fostering regional integration, the bank deemed it necessary to contribute towards the building blocks towards catalyzing this mission. There was the need to pay attention to the financial sector, which has dominated by foreign entities, facilitate air transport within the sub-region, given that the intra-West African flights had to first make stops in other parts of Africa and even in Europe sometimes, to pursue climate-sensitive objectives, among others. This culminated in the bank's decision to partner with stakeholders to achieve the following, among others. One, EBID initiated the African Biofuel and Renewable Energy Fund, that is ABREF, which is now a force to reckon with. If you pass through, if you are going to the presidency, you see their big building. We initiated that company. Number two, EBID was a partner and manager of the Cultural Industries Guarantee Fund. Number three, EBID was a founding shareholder of Sky, and as we speak now, we hold about 16% of the shares of the bank, of the airline. And finally, EBID was the largest founding shareholder of EcoBank Transnational Incorporated, which is now operating in 35 countries. I think that we need something from you. We need to clap for the EBID. I think so. We all know what is UTI stands for now. Making significant contribution in Africa and even beyond. That tells you the contribution EBID has made. But for some time we have been very quiet, and that's why today we decided to speak for you to hear what we have been doing. EBID today and EBID tomorrow. EBID today and EBID tomorrow. The bank is not resting on its initiatives or laurels. In fact, The bank's strategic plan aims to almost double its balance sheet over the 5-year period, 2021-2025, through investing in the growth poles of member countries, promoting regional integration, promoting healthcare delivery, ensuring social protection and climate resilience, as well as investing in STEM education. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it will interest you to know that through the relentless pursuit of our Strategy 2025 objectives, the bank had more than doubled its balance sheet at the end of 2022 financial year, after only 2 years of implementation, with project approvals and commitment at an achievement rate of 77.7% and 97.5% respectively. Resource mobilization and disbursement were also at 53.4% and 52.7% of target over the same period. The growth in the loan book over the past 3 years is unrivaled in the history of the bank. This demonstrates the level of unwavering commitment with which management and staff are helping member countries to recover from the recent economic crisis while improving the fortunes of the bank in the progress. Here, let me pay tribute to AFD, one of our biggest partners. They have made available a lot of resources to us. The first one was 50 million euro. That was 2020. During the COVID time, AFD came to our aid, and within 2 months, they had already prepared 50 million euro for us. As we speak now, they are giving us 100 million euro. Put your hands together for our our sister and our rep. Yes, AFD, you have played a key role. We also not forget India Exim Bank. India Exim Bank has also given us $1 billion for our public sector projects, and I'm happy to report that we have totally deployed the entire 1 billion across the 50 member countries of ECOWAS. AFDB has also granted us $100 million recently, and as we speak now, yesterday I signed the legal documentation. Afrexim Bank has given us a lot of funds. This week alone, they have given us $100 million, and I'm happy to note that we received the term sheet accepted by the board just yesterday. And again, a number of partners that we cannot mention them. The OPEC Fund for International Development, development, they are also our partner. They have given us a lot of money. Islamic Development Bank, Badia, and all these partners have collaborated with us over the years. I want to pay tribute to them at this very important ceremony. The bank has achieved all the 11 sustainable development goals to which the strategic plan is aligned, including being conscious to environmental and sustainability metrics in line with our strategy 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also state that for all the performance that we have chalked over the last 3 years, Moody's have rated us B2 with a stable outlook, and Fitch rating has also rated us B with a stable outlook. So we are just about to enter into investment grade, and we believe that the next 2 years, with the dedicated team I have and all the staff members, we believe that we'll have an investment rating to enable us to attract competitive resources and to enhance our interventions in all the member countries of ECOWAS. In the next couple of years, in the life of the bank strategic plan, we will work towards the continuous improvement of the bank's internal processes with a view to improving turnaround times and generate favorable outcomes. We will also enhance the bank's IT infrastructure and consolidate financial performance in a bid to place the bank on the pedestal of accelerated growth. Most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the bank will continue to invest in growth posts of member states, as I stated earlier, with a view to facilitating a quick recovery from the recent external shocks that have eroded some of the socioeconomic gains that were achieved prior to 2020. The bank will invest in transport infrastructure, agriculture, financial sector, energy, industry, health and education, among others, in the next couple of years to help create jobs and reduce poverty in our region. In partnership with member states, we will increase our footprints in underrepresented member countries with a view to accelerating growth and development and poverty eradication. The bank will continue to focus on SMEs and trade finance, the bastions of growth and employment in our sub-region, while continuing to foster infrastructure development, which are enablers to industrialization and trade. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important that if we want to recover from the economic doldrums that we find ourselves, there's the need for us to pay attention to industrialization. Because if we keep on exporting our primary agricultural products to world market, it means that we are not in, then we are not in for business. We need to process all these things so that we have high income elasticity on the world market and be able to attract the foreign exchange to develop our economies. And that is what EBID stands for. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I wrap up my address this morning, permit me to pledge on behalf of management and staff of the bank that we remain resolute in our pursuit of poverty eradication actions. To this end, our operations in the next couple of years will continue to align with the theme of Strategy 2025, to wait towards a restored, enabled, and resilient ECOWAS. Let me conclude by wishing all of us a happy ECOWAS Day and to thank all of you in advance for your participation and availability. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
We are EBID. EBID, transforming ECOWAS communities. We have more information for you at www.bidc-ebid.org.